this year.
Lehman won the toss. No deferring here this evening, Mike.
Well, they want the football, and I think if you got a good offense, you might as well display it early. See what happens.
Wyan and Hewitt will be back for the Cavaliers. Great crowd on hand this evening. A lot of folks standing. Some would stand anyway, but tonight a lot of people don't have a choice. It's that kind of crowd. Here's the deep boot. That's from number 12, Jeff Wright. It'll come all the way to the 9-yard line. Taken to the right side by Wyan. A lot of room. Up to the 40. He'll be brought down at the 44-yard line. Nice return by the Cavaliers.
Well, Dave, there's a case where it sure helped Mark Gibson to know Coach Asher right away. He comes up with a handoff on the kickoff, something that Coach Asher's been known to do. And Brookville stayed home pretty much. And Lehman, great field position, but still Brookville stayed home. I'm sure Lehman thought it was going to be 6.
Foles made the stop. Here comes Lehman on offense, first down and 10, with Dembski at the controls of the wing tee, out of which they will shift. Hare goes to tight end on the left. Pitch back comes this way, and nothing there available whatsoever. Hewitt, I believe, was trying to follow Branham, and just didn't get very far. There will be no gain on the play. We'll go to second down 10.
Just a toss sweep that time, and Brookville jammed it up inside. So look for Lehman to try to cut that outside maybe the next time.
Toss sweep is something we will see a lot of tonight from Brookville. They like to cut it back inside. Cavaliers put the wing on the left side. They have much wider line splits than will Brookville. Here's a pitch back. Hewitt wants to throw it deep. Unloads, got plenty on it. Wyan down the sideline. Got a completion to the 15-yard line. Stop on the play for Brookville is made by Shane Bruner. Bruner is their pick man back there with 5 interceptions and 2 fumble recoveries. But, Mike, this one will come back.
Boy, a late flag, at least late that I saw it, but it's right at the 50-yard line. That was a beautifully executed halfback option pass. He hit him right in stride, and there again, that's Coach Asher in the second play, a little gimmick.
In another game last night, we saw something that had a little daring to it. A fake punt from their own 22. The Anna Rockets able to do that en route to, I believe, their only first half touchdown.
Well, that's a big penalty. An ineligible receiver downfield. Looked like the signal was. That cost them
a killer.
10 yards, but many, many more yards on the actual field.
Mike, they would be, 45 yards away from here had it not been for this penalty. Well, now they'll need to throw it on 2nd and 15. They'll give it off to Hewitt. He's got a 10-yard average. He gets 10. He gets 15. He gets 18 yards. And his rushing average on the season is quite impressive. Adam Hewitt at 9.6 yards per carry. Mike, he's been around that figure pretty much all season.
He has. It's not been a case where they've not given the opportunities. Had a lot of opportunities to run the football, and there again, Dave, 2 carries, 18 yards, 9 yards an average.
And how important to come back and achieve that after the penalty. Dembski rolls. Looking over the middle, tried to get it to Hare. Hare had company immediately. A little problem getting up, but no big deal. Nothing dirty anyway. That was defended by Derek Howard, one of their defensive backs. And we certainly appreciate the assistance of both coaches in our preparations this evening, and also of the athletic department and AD Chris Bronner here at Brookville. I visited the site on Tuesday, and these folks have gone out of their way to be very good hosts. This will be 2nd and 10 Lehman as the play gets a little closer to us at midfield. Dembski hands it off straight ahead, and not much there for Lucas Miller, who, Mike, had a big week at Tip City.
He did. He was almost unstoppable. It looked like they were king so much on Hewitt, but running the ball really well inside the tackles, and that time short yardage, so it'll be 3rd and about 7 for Lehman.
Lucas Miller, albeit it would be with an 11th game, could go over 1,000 yards tonight.
He's real close.
He's at 9:18 entering. Motion to the right. Dembski may roll that way. He's a pocket passer. Tries to get it to Hare. It'll be too tall at the 25-yard line. Incomplete. we will go to 4th down 7. Is this 4-down territory?
Well, I don't think so. I think you want to make Brookville go the distance here early in the game, and they can punt them back.
Keep in mind the type punter Lehman has.
Right. High and about a 35 to 40-yard average. Usually get no return out of this, and this is exactly where he was standing in warm-ups at the 45, just about, and so he was hitting him at the 10-yard line.
The wind at this point is more across than anything else. Matt Hare takes a good snap from center. This will probably hit the end zone. Yes, with plenty to spare. That's a touchback. So from the 20-yard line, Brookville goes on offense 1st and 10. Brought to you in part by Dickman Supply with 3 locations. Marked Up Mufflers and Tires of Piqua, Mutual Federal Savings Bank of Sydney and Piqua, and Shelby County Collectibles.
Now the big penalty in that drive, Dave, the big penalty in that drive cost Lehman a big first down around the 15-yard line, and then on the 3rd down pass, looked like Dembski had to hurry because of pressure, and Hare hadn't turned around. So 1st down, Brookville at their 20.
Tony Brown is the Brookville quarterback. Look how tight those line splits are. Motion left. They hand the football off. They'll bring it wide. And very close to a first down will be Sam Sampson. Sampson, 141 rushes, 964 yards, and a 6.8 average with 11 rushing touchdowns. And with about a foot to spare, he has picked up the Brookville first down.
Well, Lehman missed the tackle in the backfield would have been for a yard or 2 loss, and once he got away from that defender, he was able to turn upfield for a first down.
Football at the right hash. Brookville shifts out of the eye. Twins right. Motion. They'll hand it off. Big pursuit there. The Cavaliers get a sack. That is ruled down. That is correct. Tim Badgett made the big play on Jeff Schultz. Schultz normally sees most of his action at linebacker. Tonight lining up wide and taking that handoff, and that was a big loss of 11 yards. We'll go to 2nd down 21. Badgett really drove that play deep. The ball carrier complied, and the job got done defensively for Lehman.
Again, Badgett stayed home on that right side, would not let him get around him, and threw him down for the big loss. 2nd and about 21.
Brown has completed 42% this year. He gets away from Branham, runs against DeLand, 35-40. First down with about 4 yards to spare. Mike, no opportunity to throw, but every opportunity to run.
The whole side of the field was wide open that time for the quarterback, and he just took it and ran and had it. A first down at the 44-yard line.
The quarterback had gone to the sideline to confer with head coach Mark Gibson.
Lehman really frustrated that time. They had everybody covered except the quarterback, and he turned it upfield for big yardage.
No score, 3.5 minutes into the contest. First round of the playoffs, 2nd year of their expansion. Heading left this time will be Sam Sampson. Sampson driven out of bounds into the Lehman bench after a pickup of about 5. Badgett again on the pursuit. It will be 2nd down, 5 yards to go.
I think the quarterback coming over about after every play, getting the signal from the sideline.
Play carried out of bounds, so we're stopped with 8:10. Handoff comes this way. It'll be Bruner, number 6, stacked up by a host of Cavaliers, including Dan Barhorst. Will stand corrected, that's Hubli, 9. Hubli with over 1,000 yards rushing this year, averaging 5.4. He has had 10 rushing touchdowns among 11 overall touchdowns.
They've driven from their own 20 to midfield, and he hadn't touched the football yet, so 3rd and short.
From the 49, just into Lehman territory. We'll call it 3rd and 2. They'll sweep the football to the left. This is 26 Rogers. He will not get the corner turned. DeLand and a couple of other Cavs get over there. 50 Kerber. Also, once again, 72 Barhorst. Judy was in the area. So this is 4th down 2. If they punt, that would be Randy Hubley, number 9, averaging almost 37.
I think they're going for it.
At least they're going to come to the line. Of course, if they can draw a penalty, that would be 1st down via penalty. Don't be so sure. Boy, are they bunched up tight. They will run a play. They go straight ahead. I don't think so. Trying the middle, Sam Sampson, 29. I do not think so.
I think he got a left foot mark, and that may mean he's short. Lehman thinks he's short anyway.
I do too, Mike. I'm looking almost straight down the line of scrimmage. The potential line of scrimmage. They bring the chain out and stretch it. Cavalier football.
About the length of the football.
Yep. Brookville loses the football on downs. 6:41 left in the opening frame. Cavaliers take over, brought to you in part by Drs. Urbank, Boslett, and Justice, Sydney Interstate Shell, and the Sydney-Shelby County YMCA. I'm Dave Ross with Mike Lieber and cameraman Dan Eccles on Channel 12 Sydney. Split backs for the Cavaliers. They'll go to Hewitt trying the left side. Runs over a couple of defenders to take it to the 45. We will credit that stop to Ryan Lindsay from the defensive backfield. Nice job on 1st down, making it 2nd and 3.
Hewitt got the first 5 easy. The next 3, he just ran over a Brookville player.
Gain of 8 yards, only 2nd down and 2.
Just about halfway through the opening quarter at Brookville from high atop the press box. Power I formation for Lehman. They'll go to the deep man Hewitt for a 1st down and more. Taking it to the 36-yard line. Cavaliers like what they see here, no question about it. Nick Domsites makes the play. 1st down 10 Lehman. Mike, once he got past the line, and so often in short yardage you see it, a major opportunity was available.
Very quick 9 yards for Hewitt that time, who's electric every time he touches the ball. Same formation for the Cavaliers out of that power I.
This time they'll try the right side with Hewitt with a similar result. 1st down with a whole bunch to spare. He gains 15, maybe about 16 yards before being driven out of bounds.
Well, Brookville very lucky that time. He was tackled out of bounds 5 yards from where he went out of bounds. But nevertheless, a big run again by Hewitt. Dave already 4 or 5 carries, 51 yards.
Well, Hewitt in the regular season had 1,438 yards. Hampshire split left. That's the wide side of the field from the Lehman right hash mark. Hewitt right side has about 4 defenders, paced by Ryan Lindsay. Looks like he didn't gain much, Mike, but it's still about 5 yards.
Again, they ran that play to the other side of the field this time. Fake the handoff to Miller and give it to Hewitt. And he said didn't get much, but he ended up getting 6, so it's 2nd and 4.
The ball resting at the Brookville.
Just over 5 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. The winner gets either Springfield Northeastern or Bainbridge Paint Valley. That game could be played anywhere in the Dayton, Springfield, maybe all the way up to Troy area, depending who survives. Hewitt to the left will be stopped by Domsites as he gets the football inside the 10-yard line. Lehman denied once on a long halfback pass via penalty. They're moving the football here once again, taking it down to the 8-yard line, where they will look at 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal for the Cavaliers.
Ball at the left hash. Wing is to the right. See if the play goes that way. It does with Lucas Miller, but a penalty flag from the line judge will kill it. It is procedure Lehman.
Ball starts against Lehman Catholic.
Their 2nd penalty that's been accepted by Brookville. That'll be 2nd or 1st down and goal from about the 13.
This time the wing in Wyan is to the left. There's a good look from just behind the Lehman offense. Fake to Lucas Miller. Dembski rolls to the end zone for Hare, incomplete. Pretty well defended down there by Derek Howard. Nice job in the defensive secondary. We will look at second down goal to go from the 13-yard line.
Boy, Dave, shorter than Hare, he had a man wide open, but he elected to go to Hare, who's his money man in the end zone. You said super defense that time, but Lehman had a half of that distance right there with a pass shorter. Second goal for the Cavaliers.
Clock stopped, 4.5 minutes, frame number 1 from Brookville. They fake to Hewitt. Dembski rolls out. Pursuit from the backside, gets to the 10, down to about the 7 before he's out of bounds.
Dembski, the ball carrier.
Dembski.
Ran out of bounds by number 20, Ryan Lindsay.
Vowels getting in the way of those consonants sometimes.
Yep. That'll make it 3rd and goal from the 7.
Good play by Dembski that time. Nothing open. Still got it around the corner and skipped over one defender. Has the ball inside the 10.
He has a wide side to the left. Let's see where the tight end lines up. Well, the answer is there will be one on each side. And let's see if that figures into a pass play. Dembski, though, will hand it off to Hewitt inside the 5 to the 3. Tripped up at the 5, got to the 3-yard line. Decision time for the Cavaliers as Lindsay came up to support. The football is at extra point range. 4th and goal, we've got official time for Brookville equipment.
Dave, we didn't mention, but Justin Sager has done a nice job for the Cavaliers coming on strong, kicking extra points, and that's what it's lined up for, but Lehman looks like they want to play here on 4th and goal from the 3.
So far, Lehman's had it their way. There's just no points on the board. Now several substitutes, apparently just for, nope, Sager's on.
I think the coach decided points were more important than field position here. He's going to go for the points.
This is an extra point equivalent that's worth 3. Sager out of the Dembski hold. Ball's down, the kick is up, line drive is through. Cavaliers 3, Brookville Blue Devils nothing on Game of the Week. So the Cavaliers, starting from their own 47, they move 50 yards and settle for 3 points and the lead. Sidney Holy Angels and Piqua Catholic High Schools consolidated to form Lehman. Does it seem possible? 30 years ago. Well, 3 years later, Salmon Electric began operations and marks over a quarter century of providing quality electrical and electronic services. Salmon Electric salutes Lehman High School along with its fine football teams, which have included 3 members of the Salmon family, Jeremy, Ryan, and Chad. Lehman's gridiron successes have seen trips to the state playoffs in 1984, 93, 97, 99, and 2000. Congratulations, Lehman, from Salmon Electric on Russell Road in Sydney. Mike, I think points were quite important.
They were, Dave, and it's interesting. Lehman coaches are about 5 feet away, and I think they up here wanted to go for it and line up in a power eye and try to bust it in there. I think Coach Asher wanted to get points on here in the first quarter. Lehman has the first score of the night, 3-0 on the 20-yard field goal.
There's some wind, but it's largely across, maybe slightly on the back of place kicker Justin Sager. This is a knuckler. It is touched. They'll be down right there at the 20. So that is the equivalent of a touchback as Jeff Schultz went to a knee to field the kickoff. That's the same as booting at 70 yards.
Yeah, I think Schultz' first thing in his mind was try to grasp the football, and unfortunately his knee was on the ground. Good call by the official. They're 80 yards away from the first score of the night for Brookville. Brookville had some early success moving the football, picking up a couple of first downs before stalling out near midfield.
Brookville at the left hash. Tony Brown runs the show. Those standing wings and everything very, very tight. This is Sampson. for a couple, and that'll be about the extent. A.J. Judy for Lehman. We will look at second down about 7 as we have just over 3 minutes remaining in the first frame at Brookville.
Sampson's rushed for 964 yards, so you think these little carries are not very much, but he must have done a nice job averaging almost 7 yards a carry.
As Mike said in tonight's pregame, 3 guys really handle the load of Brookville's ball carrying, including right here, coming right at us is Hubbley. Gets to the corner, 30, 35, 37-yard line. First down with a stop by Hewitt and Kerber.
Well, that time the Cavaliers let themselves get blocked on the corner, and he took it outside for first down yardage at their own 37 for the Blue Devils.
Coach Mark Gibson of Brookville telling us that the lower levels of their program look good. It looks like they'll stay in Division 5. He said when he moved here physically to set his residence here last spring that it was a pretty permanent move. There they try to throw the football deep to Randy Hubbley, and it's just out of his reach. Is there roughing the passer, Mike?
Must have been. I looked downfield quickly, although the officials are conferring.
I did the same thing. Personal foul,
Yep,
yes
what
it is. We had a good look right there at the official signal.
He had a man wide open downfield. Lehman went for the run fake, and then as he let the ball go just out of the receiver's grasp, must have got hit just a tad late by the Cavaliers. Big major penalty, though, 15 yards. Takes it to midfield.
Sure is. In fact, it'll go to the 49-yard line in Lehman territory. First down 10, Blue Devils. Red Devils a week ago for Lehman, Blue Devils tonight. Hubbley is hit at the line of scrimmage by Kerber. Got a couple of tough yards. Also there for Lehman was Brady Bates.
Stop by number 73, Brady Bates. And number 50, Joe Kerber.
We'll call it a gain of 3, second down 7. Final 2 minutes of the first period. Cavaliers up by a field goal.
Folks at home got to see all 11 offensive players in the screen that time.
Well, with some of these Brookville formations, Mike, why not?
Sure.
It's sure a golden opportunity.
They're there again.
They'll never be that tight at any other time. They'll try a sweep this time as they're featuring Hubbley. Edwards up for Lehman from the secondary to create a third down and 5 yards to go.
That time Hampshire did a nice job containing that play, sending it inside, and was able to grab the leg as the defender went by him.
By the time of the snap, we will have about a minute to play in the first quarter. A crisp night, a good football night. Boy, they're bunched tight right there. Option play to the left. Brown will keep it, cuts it back, first down.
Lost the football.
Yep, it's at the bottom of the pile. And it looks like Brookville's on it, yes.
Right at the first down.
Close call as quarterback Tony Brown had that ball go out of his grasp.
Nice job by Brown that time. Kind of let the defenders flow by him and then cut behind him. Got the first down when he was pushed forward, and then the ball came out and right on top of it at the first down marker. It's their 5th first down of the first quarter.
It occurs at the Lehman 38-yard line. We could be looking at the final play of this stanza coming up. This time they'll spread a receiver each way. Standing wing on the left, motion left. That's the strength. Brown back to throw, looks over the middle, too tall. Can it be intercepted? Hewitt not quite able to grab it after the football was initially knocked away from Jason Fultz.
Lehman had that pretty well covered. As you said, tipped in the air. Really, a couple of Lehman players almost got to that football.
Second down and 10.
So that'll stop the clock with 19 ticks. And once again, they will be bunched tight. See if there's motion. That was backfield in motion, I thought. Rolling out to the right side, Hubbley to the 33. He'll be about 5 yards short of a first down. Judy there and a penalty flag. That will be personal foul, Brookville. The Brookville fans evidently thinking it would go the other way. But this is indicated against the home team.
Also, that's the highest I've seen an official throw the flag this year.
Yeah, good elevation.
I have to think somebody said something to him.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Now,
Should be
the layman
second
coach,
down.
the layman coaches up here are saying dead ball foul.
Third down, excuse me, should be third
I
down.
agree. Absolutely, that's a dead ball foul.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 20.
More than that. Nope, 3rd and 20. Lehman doesn't have the defense where they wanted, and the timeout was called from up here. So the Cavaliers will take a look at things on 3rd down and 20, and also the first quarter has expired. Let's see if they might, no, that is the end of the quarter. Lehman 3, Brookville nothing. Marked Up Mufflers and Tires in Piqua. They've seen major expansion during the past several years. First moving into a brand new state-of-the-art 10-bay facility on College Street in southwest Piqua. The next step was to add ASE certified motor and mechanical services, and a master technician came on board. Mark Knupp invites his many Sydney area friends to see him personally for their every automotive service need. That's Mark Knupp Mufflers and Tires in Piqua, featuring Goodyear, Goodrich, Michelin, Uniroyal, and General. Also with us on Game of the Week are First Star Bank, Sydney Flower Shop, the Spot Restaurant, and the North Dixie drive-through carry-out. Mike?
Two high-scoring football teams. It's 3-0 after a quarter. Cavaliers, Adam Hewitt has carried the ball 8 times for 65 yards here in the first quarter of play. Randy Hubley, their leading ball carrier on the year, carried the ball 5 times for 29 yards. Quarterback Tony Brown's carried it twice for 27. First downs are pretty even, Dave, at 5 apiece. And it's an interesting discussion to see if Lehman called the timeout before the quarter was over or if it was after the quarter. And I think Lehman was told they called the timeout afterwards. Let me see. Well, they're going to come and tell Coach Gibson what they've decided.
Obviously, Lehman would like to have that timeout at their disposal toward the end of frame number 2. But when we looked up on the timeout call, the scoreboard was showing 0. It may indeed have already hit 0 before the timeout call.
I don't know, maybe they didn't.
No, now they're granting the timeout, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dave.
So that'll give us an extra long break here at the end of the first period. Woody Sturm at the North Dixie drive-thru in Sydney is always glad to support the Cavaliers and Yellow Jackets on local cable. North Dixie is your complete party supply headquarters, from beverages to ice to chips to charcoal, and those last-minute convenience items like bread and milk. Yes, you'll find everything you need from the convenience of your car at the North Dixie drive-thru, just south of I-75 on 25A in Sydney. They're open daily at 10 with Sunday sales available, also featuring all the Ohio lottery games, including the twice-weekly lotto. The North Dixie drive-thru also carries propane. Trade an empty cylinder for a full one at North Dixie. And remember, get your goodies from Woody at the North Dixie drive-thru.
When the second quarter begins, Brookville will face a 3rd down and over 20 yards to go for a first down as we're just underway, and Lehman leads 3-0 on a Justin Sager 20-yard field goal in the first period. Pretty evenly matched teams after a quarter, and both wanting to run a lot.
Jam-packed tonight at Brookville, the home side especially so. End zones around the track, the sides near the track, and the Lehman visiting stands. Great crowd tonight. And Mike, we saw a wonderful crowd of spectators a night ago.
A lot of people, because I think partly because of the good weather, able to get out and enjoy high school football at a fever pitch at the playoff level, and a lot of people traveling up and down the interstate here to get to see Brookville and Lehman.
Well, we've had a quarter break and also a timeout. It should be time to get back to football.
And the officials taking a break.
Well, that would be 3 intermissions.